what I'll do is I'll come in when I start to get her down and take a lot of this excess off and just get it out of the way. You want to be real careful right here. There's the bladder and all is right here. We talked about that a little bit on the deer, but we didn't get into it. All this stuff is just excess that we're probably not going to use. I'll do something else. Make it easier on everybody so they know this. Make an incision right there. You take your saw, go down. Don't go in, go down. That releases all that. So now when you go back in here, find your opening real carefully. You don't want to bust that bladder. Or any of the other intestines that are in there. Pretty much going to release everything. You come in here, take these wings down. You're going to notice right back here, there's a kidney. Stay behind that kidney till you hit the rib, and you do that on both sides. If you don't, it's alright. It's not like you're going to hurt anything. But when we've done the butt out tool, this is where it comes in. It's real important and real handy. Just reach in there and it comes right on down. Internal bladder that holds all the intestines and everything else in place is hooked right to the rib cage, and you just cut that and let it drain. Just kind of reach in there and find out. A lot of times you gotta just wind up feeling it. What's holding it on? That's back to where if it's tight you cut. That pretty much gets you through the gutting process. Alright. On this one we had a little bit of contamination on the ribs, the rib area, so we're going to take these flanks and just get rid of them. Leave them to the coyotes. This would normally be some real good stuff for seasoning or grind, sausage, any of that stuff, but we're not going to use it today because it was contaminated. And like we done on the deer and all the other critters we've done, is get you a handhold cut. Remember that shoulder's only held on by tendon. That's it. Come in there and find it. It goes away. Same thing. You come in here for your tenderloin. It's right at the spine. Runs up to the ham. I try to get as much of it as I can right up to the back. And that right there is a fine piece of meat. That's a damn fine tenderloin right there. Spin her around, you got the back straps right here. They go right down into the neck and they run from the hams. Find that backbone and just stay right to the side of it. It's just like a fillet. All this fat's gonna be great for seasoning. Bone right here, just like we talked about. Comes down from the, comes right down there, and there's a bone right here. Just a fillet right off that back, right off them ribs. Take it down as far as you can. right here, which I know we've talked about in other videos, but see how that opens up? That's that back strap rolling back down in there. It's a big old muscle. Put your finger in here, find that bone. Lay it on down. Just keep it going. That's good. Now whether you're in the field or whatever you're doing, like I said, a lot of these cuts that I'm making, I'm going to use a Sawzall, but it don't matter. You can take these ribs and knock them off with a hatchet, a machete, a folding saw, whatever you want to use. It makes no difference whatsoever. Even with this has got it's a cross lock. It's got a saw on one side. I can do the same thing that I'm fixing to do with the Sawzall. Put 2 incisions, one here and one here, put my hand through. Now, a couple different things you can do right here when you get to this. You can come down right here and cut and follow that down. Right here, follow that down. You can take the Sawzall and cut that out, and that whole centerpiece falls out with the backbone and it just drops. But I'm going to show you a little bit different stuff right now, because if you're going to be in the field, you're going to want to pack this animal out. So you're going to go inside here, follow the bone around, get as much meat as you possibly can. And just like the socket that we done on the deer, we're going to go in there and find that. I can already see it. See it right here? There's a socket right here. But what we don't want to do is we don't want to cut that fully yet. We want to come in here and follow this bone around. And if you miss a little bit, you can always trim it back up when you get ready. Okay, I feel it starting to get loose, so I'm going to be careful. Do the same here. Follow that bone around. Don't try to keep your knife on the bone, because if you do, you're dulling your knife. You're probably going to want to have it later and keep it sharp. Come right in here. Once you do it a couple times, you're going to figure it out. It's not going to be a big deal. You're going to know right where that socket is. See, it's starting to show up. I'm going to lower it down just a little bit. Okay. Back in here and find this sucker again. I'm going to get it just to the point of breaking. Sometimes that fillet knife does a little bit better in this situation. Alright, now see it's starting to get loose here. That's where it's going to get kind of critical. Come in here and find this other one. All it's got is tendons actually holding that knuckle on there. Every once in a while you get a bear. Alright, she's getting close. Get that knuckle clear here. Get all this cleared up. Now we got those knuckles free and they're hanging. Ooh, them yellow jackets are getting close. We're gonna look for what meat's left holding it on. Hold on to this ham because it's fixing to go flop. You got 2 hams. Let's take these off. Put them in the cooler. You're going to go back to your fillet knife.
Check the glands. The glands on the back of the legs.
Oh, good point. Very good. There are actually 2 glands here I was reminded of. I got in too big a hurry because I'm getting hot in this sweatshirt. Right there on the back of that leg. That one was very small. It wasn't a good example. Let's see if this one's any better. Just follow that right there. They'll contaminate your meat. Some hogs will have them, some hogs won't. Just a little tiny bulb right here. Cut that out. Back to your fillet knife. We're going to shank the animal just like we did on the deer. Come back up. Cut it right there. Flip it. Find that knuckle. This is why I like a fillet knife. It's when I'm getting in the joints, it gets in there, you can get that little tip in there and start cutting that. See how much easier that was than when it was hanging, getting into that other one. Just shank it back. Come back here. When I get this done, I want to show you a little bit of something else. Won't take up too much time, maybe. What you got, and you can continue going through what all you're doing. This bone is right there, that knuckle. You take your fillet knife and you go straight in and you just go around that bone. About halfway through is what I normally do. Come back to this side and you do the same thing again. That's the only bone in that whatsoever. I mean, it's complete meat when you take that bone out. So you're pretty much done. And I always tell folks to let it sit for about 2 or 3 days on ice with water and let it drain. That gets a lot of the blood out of the meat. Sometimes it'll get some of the game out if you don't like gamey meat, stuff like that. But for the most part, that's it. I appreciate y'all watching. Thank you.